In the name of God the Almighty, peace to you. Tonight I will do a review of the year 2020, global review, and a little personal review at the end, and what we could be expecting to happen in the year 2021. So let us go back to what happened during 2020. The climate change continued, and there are plenty of floods and storms as usual, like all the other previous years, especially since the beginning of the 21st century. And mainly the fires, many fires been happening worldwide, mainly in California. Camera is not. And on conflicts, there was the assassination of Qasem Soleimani, the head of the Revolutionary Guards of Iran, and politically the election of Joe Biden as President of the United States. And there's also the unrest, civil unrest in the United States over race and political divisions. And the Abraham Accords were signed between Israel and a couple of the Arab states. But mainly, of course, the main event in 2020 was the COVID-19 pandemic that killed nearly, according to the official numbers given, killed nearly 2 million people worldwide out of nearly 100 million infections. That means the percentage of the death rate has been 2%. However, these numbers are just the official numbers given. Many doctors expect the numbers to be at least double of that, and some suggest even the number could be up to 10 million deaths because of COVID-19 in 2020. So as I said, the official numbers gives the percentage 2% death rate. That means 2 million deaths out of 100 million infections. And but as I said, many doctors expect the numbers to be at least double of that, or 10% of death rate. That means we could have had some 10 million deaths around the world, because there are many countries that are populated, but the official numbers given are not logical. For example, Egypt, with a population nearly 100 million people, according to the official numbers, the number of deaths has been just 7,500 something, which completely illogical. And there are doctors in Egypt that's claiming the numbers should be 10 times higher. So and if we want to compare what these doctors are saying and the numbers in Europe, for example, that would sound logical if the number of deaths in Egypt alone would be some 70,000. So if these numbers, as I said, what the doctors are suggesting, that the numbers could be far higher than the official numbers, we could, as I said, reach some 10 million deaths worldwide because of COVID-19 in just 1 year. Let us go according to the numbers given today. The top 10 countries worldwide in death rate are: number 10, Spain, 50,689 deaths. Number 9, Iran, 55,223 deaths. Number 8, Russia, 57,019 deaths. Number 7, France, 364,381 deaths. Number 6, United Kingdom, 72,548 deaths. Number 5, Italy, 73,604 deaths. Number 4, Mexico, 124,897 deaths. Number 3, India, 148,774 deaths. Number 2, Brazil, 193,940 deaths. And number 1, United States of America, 350,908 deaths. These are the official numbers given, but as I said, many doctors suggesting that the numbers could be 10 times higher, and that especially in countries like in the Middle East, where some populated countries are not really counting the exact numbers. According to the official numbers, the top 10 in the Middle East now at the end of the year in death rate are: number 10, Armenia, 2,823 deaths. Number 9, Israel, 3,318 deaths. And this number could be at least, the correct number could be at least double of that, because I have been checking on the death rate every week, and Israel has been for a while around 3,000. It sounds illogical to me. Anyway, these are the official numbers given. Number 8, Jordan, 3,815 deaths. Number 7, Tunisia, 4,620 deaths. Number 6, Saudi Arabia, 6,223 deaths. Number 5, Morocco, 7,355 deaths. Number 4, Egypt, 7,576 deaths. Number 3, Iraq, 12,813 deaths, and that's also, it has been going on around 12,000 for a while, so there's something there happening. Number 2, Turkey, just 20,642 deaths. And number 1, Iran, which seems to be counting accurately, 55,223 deaths, because it's illogical that Iran alone is almost 60,000 deaths, while all the entire Middle East, if you gather them all together, the official numbers given can equal that number. So there's something missing up there. Some countries are not giving the correct numbers, and that could indicate that we could have in our hands a far higher number death rate worldwide. It could be up to 10 million deaths out of over 100 million infections. So what happened this year? As I said, we just gave the highlights or the headlines about what happened. And of course, the economy worldwide has been affected heavily by this pandemic. And of course, not all the aspects of economy. Of course, the digital economy, the online companies have gained the most benefit out of the situation, while for example, tourism and the restaurants and everything related to tourism, including travel, has been hit very badly, because many airports were shut completely for months during 2020, and with the quarantine states worldwide taken and the measures, many people canceled their flights, and so the movement has been reduced too much to the minimum. And even with the vaccines that have been rolled out in the last month of 2020, there is no yet clear proof that they can fight all the variant of the virus, and also they have their own side effects. and it could be beneficial for specific category or criteria of the population, not everybody. So we are still in the middle of nowhere and stopping the virus. And according to Fauci, the American doctor who's following the situation since the beginning of the pandemic, he's not expecting any type of control over the virus before the coming autumn. That means autumn of 2021. That means not before October 2021. And I don't know if he speaks globally or just about the United States. Anyway, uh, even the vaccines being proven they can't stop the infection. They are just reducing the effects on the infected, and that means they could reduce the number of deaths. That's all what they can do. So, and there are many, we are living in a polluted world, and any new virus could hit the world stage at any moment. And we have seen some new virus appearing in South Africa and other African countries, and heavily populated countries like India, where the air is the most polluted. It's one of the most polluted countries. So we are facing a new era and the history of the human civilizations, and this civilization is seeing its last years. It's collapsing, and if this pandemic and other pandemics appeared, and that could affect completely the economy to the degree of no return. If 2021 was like 2020 or worse, uh, many economies wouldn't survive, and we will be seeing lots of civil unrest, wars, uh, famine in areas. So the world is changing, and the world, people who are clinging to the old way of living, the materialistic way of living, will suffer too much. That's why I have been personally talking for nearly 6 months now, calling people to go the spiritual road and communicate with the divine, with God, their maker, in order to appease and to reduce the effect on themselves on and their loved ones, because many people will see loss in possessions, loss in money, loss in wealth, loss even in human lives. So they have to be prepared for what's coming, because the pandemics will be going on hand in hand with natural disasters. Many geologists and scientists uh, are predicting that after the great conjunction of uh, Saturn and Jupiter, which happened on the 21st of December, the seismic events worldwide will be like reactivated heavily. So there will be volcanoes, and there will be more earthquakes. So we are coming into a turbulent period. So people must be prepared for that. We can't deny what the holy text said. We can't deny what the science now is also saying. And we can't deny what we are seeing of signs around us, whether it's from the pandemic or the pollution or the corruption that reached its peak. And people are suffering everywhere. And there is not a single country that's not affected by a crisis or another. So we have to understand that the world is changing. There is no way back to the way we used to live. We have to understand that it's time to regain our connection with God, regain our connection with the divine realm, in order to prepare ourselves and our loved ones for the world to come, because this world has been now completely disconnected from everything that's godly. They are disconnected from love, they are disconnected from togetherness, from unity, from peace, from justice, everything. All of these things do not exist in this world anymore. This world has been, especially in the last 100 years, it has been a place for like a jungle. The weak, the strong will use force, enslaving others, trying to control others by the power of money, power of networks and intelligence and all these things. And all this matrix, dark matrix, is now collapsing. It's living its last five, 5 or 10 years. So we have to understand that. The people who are in power understand that, or maybe know that, or they can feel it now happening. But the sooner they come to their senses and the population come to their senses, the sooner you wake up, the lesser will be the effect on you, on your families, and on your loved ones. So that's the advice we have been given in the last have been giving in the last 6 months, and we hope that you listen to it, because, as I said, if you cling too much to the materialistic way of living, you will feel huge losses and you will be suffering too much. There will be huge loss in human lives. There will be huge losses in wealth and money and possession and everything that you used to hold dear in the last, I don't know, at least 200 years. So we have to understand that the world is changing. If you can't see it, you will see it definitely, because nothing will return to the way it was before the coronavirus. Things are going to get worse, and you better get yourself grounded spiritually in order to face the coming period with ease. Otherwise, you will be suffering too much. This is it from me globally about 2020 and what we could expect in 2021. On the personal level, I count 2020 a great year for myself, because I managed to reach the final destination of my spiritual journey. It wasn't easy at all. The first 4 months, I had plenty of sufferings, especially the first month of the year. But then after the spring, things got smoother, and then in the summer, I reached the final destination. I met God literally, and since then, nothing can affect me or sway my mood anymore. Um, I am at ease. I don't care if I die or still alive or whatever, because I know where I am heading, where I'm going next. So I hope each and every one of you reach uh, the destination where I am now, and because this will make you at peace, and regardless of what's going on, of carnage or chaos around you, you will not be bothered at all. You will no longer fear death, you will no longer fear anything. So I have been to hell, and I know that many people are going into it right now, and many people are going to go into it in the near future. So I hope you get grounded spiritually, and you communicate sincerely with God, because this is the only way that could pull you out of hell. The sooner, uh, the sincerer you are, the sooner you could be pulled out of the hell. So try your best to get yourself out of any attachment to this materialistic world, and you will be at ease. That's it from me tonight. I wish you all a happy 2021, because many people think that if bad events are going on, that means it's a bad year. However, as I said, 2020, it's my best year ever. Even if I have, in January, I lived in hell literally. In January of 2020, it was maybe the most painful month I've ever had in my life. However, after that, because I did the right things, I did the right actions, I took the right decisions, I reached the final conclusion, which is total happiness, total relaxation, and total reassurance that I am safe for eternity. So I wish you all to reach this destination, but you have to work on yourself on a daily basis and in a sincere way. You have to dedicate your hearts and your minds towards your maker, and breathe deeply and believe that the new world that's to come is far better than this world, and it it will not allow anyone to suffer anymore. So you just to have this belief, you have to take yourself completely off this materialistic, this fake world that has been built just on money, on greed, and on immorality in every sense of the word. So that's it from me. I wish you a year of uh, 2021 that's could help you fulfill your potential. Uh, that's all what I can do, because as I said, it could be a heavy year, but in the same time you have to see the positive side of it, which is cleaning you from all the bad behaviors, the bad habits, the mistakes, and uh, will transform you into a better human being. That's it from me. Peace to you all. Bye for now.